Nearly 4 years ago, we sat in the high school auditorium and watched as our administration told us about graduation. As tiny 8th graders, we had no idea what the next 4 years of our lives would entail, but as we started to zone out, our staff made us a promise. They would do everything in their power to get us to Mariucci Arena in 4 years for graduation. And can I just say, Mariucci Arena looks way smaller than I thought it would be. Who knew? Jokes aside, I think I can speak for everyone. Students, teachers, parents, administration, when I say this year was not what we expected. We all had plans going into senior year. From sports to academics to daily interactions, we all had expectations for what our final year would look like. And then, in an instant, everything changed. I don't need to tell you the story. You've all lived it. One by one, we watched as our expectations for our senior year faded away. But as I watched the world I knew rapidly change, one thing remained constant, and that's all of you. Though my life has changed a lot in the past 4 years, the people in it have remained the same. 4 years ago, I went to my first football game surrounded by the class of 2020. A few months ago, I went to my last football game at US Bank Stadium surrounded by the class of 2020. I walked into school on my very first day surrounded by the class of 2020, and I walked out of school on my last day, albeit unknowingly, surrounded by the class of 2020. A lot has changed in the past 4 months. A lot has changed in the past 4 years, but what I could always count on was you. You know, our expectations for this year may have had to change, but still the outcome remained the same. Because 4 years after that rousing pep talk in the auditorium, we're here, at graduation, surrounded by the people that love us. Now, I'm supposed to give you some incredible life advice that's supposed to change the course of your future, but if I'm totally honest, I have no clue what I'm doing. But if this year has taught me one thing, it's this. Our world will never be exactly what we expect it to be. Expectations change. The plans we center our lives around are just that, plans. Our future is not defined by what we expect, but by what we can never expect. Every day we'll be faced with new challenges, new expectations, and new opportunities we could never plan for. Yet it is how we respond to those challenges that define who we get to be. So surround yourself with the people who won't change even as the world does. Connect with these people. Find the people who will support you in the trying times and celebrate you in the triumphant ones. Because at the end of it all, we won't be looking at the journey it took to get here, but the people with us at the finish line. Class of 2020, we've been through a lot. We've suffered through substitute teachers who can't quite figure out where the on button is for the projector. We've had to walk the extra 200 feet to the new entrance when door 11 was right there. And we've had to deal with the freshmen being freshmen. We've dealt with frustration and disappointment and sadness. We've lost a lot. But we've also come out the other side as better, stronger people who are able to persevere. Know that although the world may change, and your expectations may shift, your capabilities and your drive and your passion should not. You know, if this year has taught me anything, it's that the class of 2020 can handle anything. You know, we've already begun embarking on our own journeys with difficulties and changes and thousands of shifted expectations. The class of 2020, I know you're up to the challenge. So be strong. Be resilient, be incredible,